for this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
mad butcher, and I heard like boom, boom, brrr. And then I looked, and I thought it was fireworks because, you know, I thought the stand was open. So I looked out like to my left, and I seen a man with his groceries with some khaki shorts on, and he just dropped back. And then I seen a man, he had, I think it was an AK, he had rounds, and he was just shooting, like he was shooting. And I locked the door, and I got real low because my mama don't got no tent, so he was gonna see her. And I held my sister's hand, and I told her I love her, and I prayed for her, and I was just sitting there.
All you bitches better know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you out the dark, I'ma spit your fucking neck. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to a Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
So I was sitting in my mama's car, they was in Mad Butcher, and I heard like boom, boom, brrr. And then I looked, and I thought it was fireworks because, you know, I thought the stand was open. So I looked out like to my left, and I seen a man with his groceries with some khaki shorts on, and he just dropped back. And then I seen a man, he had, I think it was an AK, he had rounds, and he was just shooting, like he was shooting. And I locked the door, and I got real low because my mama don't got no tent, so he was gonna see her. And I held my sister's hand, and I told her I love her, and I prayed for her, and I was just sitting there in fear because from where I was sitting, the only thing I could see was him if he came up to it. All I seen was the sky. And I just prayed, and I was real scared. Like, I would never think that would happen in Fordyce. Like, that's real scary. And I pray for the man, too, you know, because something had to trigger him to do that. But, yeah, I'm just glad I'm okay and my family okay. But I do want to pray for the ones that got hurt, you know.
How did you feel during all this?
Well, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. She was hollering. I was trying to tell her, like, hush, be quiet. You don't hear us. So I could keep her calm. It just happened all of a sudden. Like, we thought it was fireworks, but it wasn't. It was a man shooting. Just shooting everywhere. And my mama was in the store. I was worried. I thought they killed her. But she came out, and I'm glad that she's alive.
The police won't let us in or nothing. Like, I never think I had to hold my twin sister hand and tell I love her. Like, I was scared to death. But, you know, I thank God I'm still alive, though.
That's a miracle.
Yeah.
So, and you said you didn't think anything like this would ever happen in Fordyce. You know, you hear about it on national news.
It's usually like North Little Rock or above Little Rock, you know.
So, is there anything else you want to let people know, you know, about what happened today?
I just want to say stay safe, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm praying for y'all. You know, I'm praying for the ones that lives was lost, and I'm praying for the ones that got hurt. And I'm sorry y'all got hurt. You know, I'm sorry it's all over the news and stuff. I really am sorry.
Did y'all?
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Oh, man. Here we go. It's election season. I hate to say it. And for people that are new, who don't know what I mean by that,
streaming with Ghana.
But a little bit. Yeah.
election season. For people who don't know what I mean by that, election season, if you don't know, you're not in the know, or you don't know what's going on. During election season, man, we start to see these mass shootings ramp up. It always seems to be during election season when we see stuff like this, right? We saw, you know, during election season, we saw Sandy Hook, right? I believe Uvalde might have been. We've seen the Vegas shooting. And not only is it during election season, it's always during the time where we're winning when it comes to the 2A. We're winning when it comes to legislation regarding firearms and self-defense. Now, me personally, I'm not one to see tragedy like this. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's sad. You know what I mean? It makes me angry, right? Now you just got a place like this, and you hear these young ladies, and they're not the only people that said that. You know, Fordyce. I thought it was Fordyce, but Fordyce isn't like that, right? And we got Jay on the phone.
Yes, sir.
But you know, it always seems that these shootings always seem to happen in a place they would never happen otherwise. Now, what I find odd is the fact that the Supreme Court just reversed the bump stock ban. What I find odd is that the Supreme Court threw out the pistol brace and SBR ban. They also were looking at some legislation to give some, you know, felons back their rights. Right? The one they threw out was which one was that? The one they threw out was domestic abusers. If you're a domestic abuser, then you ass out. You know what I mean? If you're a domestic abuser, you know, you gotta turn your phone sideways, Jay. But oh, you can't turn it sideways? That's crazy. I thought Skype would let you turn it sideways, unless you got like it locked or something like that. But I'm gonna just go back to the one-on-one. We'll just keep you on the line though. But this is sad. So 3 injured and 11 shot. 3 injured and 11 shot was the last that I seen. Now what I got queued up is right before I went on the you know, the police, the law enforcement agencies, they give you what they know. So we're gonna go look at that right now. But I just find it interesting that the ATF and the government are losing battles when it comes to the Second Amendment and your right to keep and bear arms and defend yourself by any means necessary. It always seems like when we're winning, when we're winning, when we're getting some of our rights back, shootings like this just start happening out of nowhere. Little do a lot of people know that during the Vegas shooting, that Sunday, right, when the Vegas shooting happened, that Wednesday, national reciprocity was going to the Senate. National reciprocity had passed the House and it was headed to the Senate. But that Wednesday was supposed to happen. But what happened that Sunday? Vegas shooting. And what happened to that legislation? It got thrown out. It got thrown out. What just happened? Oh, sorry, y'all. The Vegas legislation, you know, the national reciprocity got thrown out. Right? And we see this too often. Every time we start to win and gain a little bit of our rights back, something like this happens. Now, I'm not going to say that this guy wasn't acting out of his own, you know, free will, but I just find it interesting. I find it interesting that it happened in a place like Fordyce or Fordyce, however you say it, Arkansas, at a grocery store called Mad Butcher. I mean, the name just kind of just feels ominous. Mad Butcher. You know what I mean? J.A. says we got the false flag the day after the summer solstice. What's going on, Montoya? That's right, Protocol. We got to stay strapped out here in these streets, bro. That Mad Butcher sign behind her is a bit strange. I mean, it just feels weird, Joe. You know what I mean? But it's sad. It's sad to see this. It is sad to see this. Let me see. Where's the other one?
So I was sitting in my
Hold up. Here we go. Here's another account, right? Somebody else saying that they never would expected this shit to happen here.
Just what you just said, you usually come here for lunch and
Yeah, we come here for lunch all the time, get food. Basically, Fordyce is like a good vibe. So for people to do this, it's like, how can we get justice for the people that lost their lives? But just coming to get lunch, just being out here doing what we do every day. You know, this is something scary. This is something new. Like for all of us, even me, I don't live down here. So if I come to Mad Butcher to get some lunch, I'm coming to get some lunch, not to be worried about our lives. And I felt like the active shooter didn't think about no kids. He didn't think about the people that was around in the genuine people who lost their lives just because they was going through something. I felt like if you was going through something, you should have talked to somebody. Like, you know, I work at Mill Creek. We could have talked to you. Somebody out here is to help you. We're willing to always help. So it's like for somebody to do this, it's really heartbreaking for the people who have to lose their lives. Just want to go into the store and get something, you know, probably for their families. And you never know what happened today, you know. But I just want people to get our justice that we need. Fordyce.
And you said you thought your grandma and grandpa were in here.
Yeah, I thought I seen their car, so I was panicking and trying to call. But you know, in a situation like that, you don't know what to do. And it's like, how can we prepare ourselves for something like this and we don't know what to do? You know?
I mean, this young lady, she seems like she got a good head on her shoulder. She seems compassionate. Can you hear what's going on, Jay? I think Jay trying to fix some stuff with his phone. But she seems compassionate and she wants to help. And she's like, we don't know what we can do. The best thing you can do, young lady, is stay strapped. The best thing you can do is protect your neck. The best thing you can do is to get your firearm. I don't even think you need a permit. I think it's constitutional carry in Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, the best thing you can do is to get your firearm permit and carry a gun. Carry a gun. What'd I tell you guys? What'd I tell you guys? You guys hear me say it all the time, right? Right? Y'all hear me say it all the time. Things are getting real strange out here in these streets. Stuff is getting real strange out here in these streets. Yeah, I wish you would have took the bonnet off too, y'all. You got to protect your neck. You got to keep your head on the swivel. You got to carry a gun. You never know when some nut like this is going to get let loose to wreak havoc in where you live. I don't go nowhere without it. It's like American Express. I don't leave home without it. It's my visa. It's everywhere I want to be. You know? And I find it very interesting that nobody in Arkansas challenged this guy. Again, nobody in Arkansas challenged this man. Nobody shot back. Nobody shot him. It was just a bunch of soft targets. And I don't understand that. In a place like Arkansas. Am I wrong in thinking that? In a place like Arkansas. Not one person shot back at this man. Got to make that make sense to me. Anyway, let's get to the state police in their press conference, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hey Jay, can you hear what I was saying?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was trying to connect the whatever those are, the Bluetooth headset, something like that, to the
It
phone.
doesn't work kind of so far.
It's okay.
She
It's
said
okay.
It doesn't work, and I'm so sorry. So I'm over here at this horrible Bricktown place about to eat.
Okay.
God, please bless our food.
Bless our food. God, please bless our food. And I wanted to say about those two girls that they were really mature. You know,
Right.
those two, the twins. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be out. The twins were really mature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I agree with everything, you know, that the witnesses were saying. They were trying to do the best they could. They weren't like strapped up. And you know, it's another one of these incidents that comes up. It's very convenient. It's unfortunate, and like you said, we got to keep our head on a swivel.
Yeah, I mean, it's from, you know, women getting the R word from the illegals in, you know, New York and Texas and all these other places. You got women in New York getting beat up and punched in the face and stuff like that. Honestly, this is like the third mass shooting that I've heard of in the like this month. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna call back, Kenny.
All right, go do your thing, man. Mike has bad news. Says I lived in Arkansas for 4 years. Most people I knew had at least had a concealed carry permit. I'm surprised no one there strapped. That's my thing, man. That's why I said it's an election season, guys. It's an election season, and we're gonna see more and more of this. This is ridiculous. I really don't want to think Manchurian Candidate stuff is real, but Hotep's been told you. Yo, It make us sound crazy, right? That we keep thinking Manchurian candidates, but you got to follow the trends. You got to follow the trend. Every time there's some gun legislation that gets passed, right, in the victory of the 2A, we got a shooting like this, which we have. Every time there's an election season, we have some stuff like this. All right. So anyway, let's get to this press conference and see what they say. Turn this down. All right, so what they're talking.
You guys ready? Good afternoon. My name is Mike Hager. I'm the Secretary of Department of Public Safety.
That win in Arkansas is wild.
We're going to give a brief statement of facts, not answer any questions at this time. First, this situation is secure and it's contained. There are no active threats to the community. At approximately 11:38, 911 calls were received that there was an active shooting situation at the Mad Butcher grocery store in Fordyce. Law enforcement responded immediately and exchanged gunfire with a lone suspect. Unfortunately, we can confirm that 11 innocent civilians were shot and 3 of those are deceased. 2 law enforcement officers were injured in the exchange of gunfire. The suspect was also shot and taken into custody. The injuries to the officers and the suspect are not considered life-threatening. The remaining civilian injuries range from non-life-threatening to extremely critical. The investigation is in its early stages, and we have no information or no more information that we can release at this time. The Arkansas State Police will be the lead investigative agency, and all media inquiries should be routed through our communications department. We do anticipate a further news release later in the evening. I've been in constant contact with Governor Sanders. She's committed any resources needed to aid in this investigation or any support needed for the community of Fordyce and Dallas County. To reiterate the total numbers, we had 11 civilians shot. 3 of those are deceased, and we do have some that are critical. We have 2 law enforcement officers that were shot. Neither of their injuries are considered to be life-threatening, and we had 1 suspect that was shot. Is in custody. His injuries are also not life-threatening. Just on behalf of the state police, the law enforcement community, all public and first responders, it's tragic. Our hearts are broken. Our prayers, along with Governor Sanders, the entire state of Arkansas, will be with this community and with those affected victims. Thank you.
Oh, that was quick. That was quick. Is that all? Yeah. What'd she say?
Two twin sisters that witnessed the shooting. Their mom was in the
Okay, they don't have any more information either. But this is crazy, yo. So, you know, I feel like Twitter break more news than the news breaks, right? For the most part, because things. It's people that's there. They live. They looking, right? They looking. They checking shit out. So check this out, right? Somebody was, oh man, live on the scene, right? Let's get over here. It's a small town of 3,000 people. Everyone knows each other. That's interesting. So check this out.
Damn. Oh my God, baby.
So he got a shot. So he's got a shotgun.
Lot shooting a goddamn shotgun. They done went in the Mad Butcher shooting motherfuckers.
He trying to shoot the police.
Out here. Carissa's over in the goddamn dollar. Damn.
So this dude out in the shotgun. So the 2 girls, the 2 twins, right? The twins that we seen. They said that they heard, brat, brat. She's saying she thought she saw an AK. I don't know if she know her guns or whatever, but maybe he had more guns than just this shotgun. Maybe he had more guns than just this shotgun. I don't know, right? But in this video, I don't know, this dude seemed like an avatar. You know what I mean? He just seemed like an avatar. I don't know who he's shooting at. And he's shooting. So they said they were shooting at the police. But again, I don't understand how nobody engaged this guy until the police got there. I don't understand how nobody engaged this man until the police got there. What's this, Jonah? What y'all talking about? Why is this so ridiculous? Hold on. There we go. Perfect. He said, what you point out all the time, just like still no one talking about children on amphetamines and SSRIs with the known effects of schizophrenia and psychosis, with the black box warning, suicide. Boy. I think that people like on those SSRIs, and I think certain people on the spectrum are easy to influence. I think they're easy to influence. I think they're easy to control through certain frequencies and stuff like that. That's just me. But this looks crazy. Like this guy, he looks like he's being controlled with a remote, essentially, right? What's this?
We are live here at Mad Butcher in Fordyce, and there's a shooting going on. There's somebody lying in the parking lot, shot.
Everybody's standing around looking though.
We are live here.
Everybody's standing around looking though. That's the crazy part. Everybody's standing around looking. I find it weird, right? When we see these shootings and stuff happening in like when we see the shootings happening in like Texas and places we know that like they're like freedom loving 2A states, there's never anybody for the most part that engaged the person. You know, we had in Indiana where the kid engaged the guy coming out of the bathroom with the AR-15, right? He engaged the guy coming out of the bathroom with the AR-15 with a handgun with an optic on it, with a Glock with an optic, and he put 10 rounds on his ass. I think the guy might have got one person. All right, Sutherland Springs, Texas. We got Stephen Williford, right? Jumps the fence and runs to the church where they're shooting at, and he engages the shooter. Preventing him from getting to another church he was headed to. Then we had the other church shooting. I forgot where that one was. And the guy fucking headshotted him the minute he pulled his shotgun out. I think he got one person, and the security in the church put a headshot on his ass. Those are like outliers. And then like when you got stuff like this, like in Arkansas of all places where you think that everybody got a gun, or it's going to be somebody, the odds of somebody being in that store or close to it with a gun that could engage that shooter didn't. Now I don't know if it's cowardice or city law. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. B said it looked like suicide by a cop. You think so? Joey B said all you need is a shotgun. I don't who's this over on why is this I'm trying to figure out why this ain't working. Hold on. Pop the chat out. Now, what I will say about this over on, I forgot who it was over on Rumble. You know, they ain't put out a picture yet. I wouldn't start saying that, oh, he was a black shooter, because people make that mistake all the time. Oh, it was a black shooter. It was a black shooter. It was a white shooter. And then when we get the picture, it was like, oh, you fucking wrong. So like, We're not gonna put that out there, like, cause I mean, even in the, we'll go back to the one video, right? We'll go back to the one video. Where is it at? Right here.
Oh my God, baby.
I don't know. I can't tell what that is, right?
Shooting a goddamn shotgun. They done went
I
in the
can't
Mad
tell
Butcher,
what he
shooting
is.
He trying to shoot the police.
He looked white to me, but I don't know.
Damn.
Y'all tell me. I mean, he looked like a white man to me, but I don't know. I can't tell this. First off, I'm trying to figure out where the hell they got this. They must got like the very first Android phone or the very first iPhone. This is the shittiest picture I've ever seen. It's the most grainiest shit I've ever seen. You know, no good on them for getting some video, but I feel like from where they are and where he is, that phone should have did a whole lot better with resolution. But like I said, I don't like, you know, I'm reporting on what's news at the time. I'm reporting on what's news right now. The race of the shooter, we don't know. We don't know because he don't look like he don't look like a black man to me, but he could be my complexion. Right? He could be my complexion. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? You're right, he had zero cover and he didn't care to take it. He's got no armor on or nothing like that. That's why I don't understand why nobody engaged him. Right? It looks like the backdrop is clear. Right? It looks like the backdrop is clear. You got a few cars, but like the backdrop is clear, and anybody with a good shot could have put him down, I think. This is really interesting to me. What happened to going to the woods and turning your TV, your own TV off? Right, exactly, Mop. What's going on, Mop? What's going on? Going live what on the what is this? On the what? On the GRMA mid shooting is crazy. He went live. Yeah, it's a shotgun, and I didn't hear any automatic fire. I didn't hear any shots consistent with a rifle. The shots that I heard sound consistent with a shotgun. So maybe all he had was that shotgun, and that's all you need. Like, people, they act like, oh, you need an AR-15 to do maximum damage. No, you don't. No, you don't. Shotgun, I think, honestly, close quarters, the shotgun's probably the most dangerous gun you got. Most devastating, I'll say. Most devastating gun you got. Jack says CIA plant, just like Vegas, probably. I don't know. I think we're going to get a manifesto and some more shit behind this. You know, get a dot on your carry guns. Dots make 50 plus yards shots easier than you think. Yeah, but you got to practice with them red dots. You got to practice with them red dots. If you don't practice with those red dots, then you're going to be some shit, right? Like I got a dot on this, right? I got a dot on, oh shit. I got a dot on this one. And I practice all the time with my dot. You know what I mean? But you got to practice. Here in MD, somebody nearby always got one. Exactly. Right. And I talked about the guy in Indiana in the mall who put old boy down. He had the dot on the gun, and he put him down at like 40 yards or something crazy. He put 10 yards. He put 10 rounds on his ass. How close is Fordyce to Mena, Arkansas? I don't know. Somebody look that up. Somebody look that up. I know Jonah probably already looked it up because I'm just getting to these things. People are scary. That's why they watch. I mean, you know, I feel like it's interesting to me because I feel like somebody should have tried. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody should have tried. Like I said, I always got mines on me. It's because it was a small, quiet town and people got too comfortable. You think so? They just, I'm just going. Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. I just don't see it. Yeah, I don't think I don't think he's a black shooter. I don't know. He could be my complexion. I don't know. Maybe he albino. I don't fucking know. But I just think that maybe whoever it was probably trolling over on. You know how they doing Rumble. Rumble got like they got like saboteurs over on Rumble that be saying dumb shit. We had to kick one out the other day. But they do also happen. What? Well, they do also happen in soft target places. Yeah. Notice it never happens in a Bass Pro Shop or a place like that where folks is strapped. But you would think it's a place like a grocery store in Arkansas, somebody got something. You would think somebody got something. Yet, yeah, they got him. He ain't dead though. They took him alive. They shot him, but he got non-life-threatening injuries according to the state police. Oh no, it's definitely no hate. You just got to state what you see. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like you said, it was the guy over on Rumble was like black shooter victims. It's not a black shooter. Oh, it doesn't look like a black shooter. It could very well be, but I doubt that's a black guy. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's not a black guy. But we'll find out. We just had a mass shooting in Savannah. See? Come try that in a small town. Like they tried it in a small town. Thing about it is I'm just shocked. It just I never understood that like that's my thing. It's like okay, we got a shooting here. This guy had a shotgun, right? Got you. Shotgun can hold maybe, I don't know, like he got a nice size, like he got a nice size tube. Like his tube goes to the end of the barrel. So maybe he can hold 7 or 8 shots, right? But like he was trying to load up. And that's when you got to be tactical, you got to be strategic about it, but at the same time these people, I'm shocked nobody engaged him before the police got there. Pro says, and it was black folks with Glocks and switches. That's who did the shooting down in Savannah. Got it for the gram, and the shooting is foul. Bruh. Oh man. Right. The place being called Mad Butcher is interesting. That's what I said. I said at the beginning of the stream. The fact that this place is called Mad Butcher is wild. It's wild. But prayers out to the victims, man. They said 3 people got killed. It's 11 injured. Some of them are critical. Some of them are non-life threatening. 2 hours 45-minute drive. Jeez. Definitely not white. Definitely not black. What you think? What you think we got here? What you think we got here in Arkansas? Pro, I don't know. Like that's the grainiest video I've ever seen. Have y'all ever seen? And it's not like she had to zoom in that far. Why is the video that grainy? That's what I want to know. And that's the only video, allegedly. I guess I'm about to scroll through Twitter and see what we see. Everybody talks about what they would do, but I've seen quite a few have second thoughts when hot fire is coming their way. I agree. Reaction, you know, I guess I would like to think, just for the simple fact that I haven't been in a gunfight, but I've been in gunfire. Growing up in Baltimore, I haven't been in a gunfight, but I've been in gunfire, and I've seen how, you know, I've acted during that. I've been pretty fucking calm. I feel like, you know, I feel like I would have had to try it, yo, to take him out, yo. At least get, like I say all the time, even when it comes to the kids in the schools, get their attention, right? If I start sending shots his way, now he has to defend himself. And him knowing he has a shotgun, right? And he possibly has 8 shots in that shotgun, right? And I got 17 shots, right? I got the upper. I don't give a fuck if I got a handgun. He got 8 shots in that shotgun, and unless he John Wick, he has to reload that shotgun. He can't reload that shotgun faster than I can put a magazine into my handgun. You know, if you're tactical, you walk him down. His shotgun don't stand. People are all right. His shotgun don't stand a chance against a person with a handgun and good aim. You know, it's just shocking that nobody engaged this guy. You know what I mean? That's just me. Appreciate you, Jack. I just feel bad for the families, man. I feel bad for the victims. I feel bad for the families. This is sad. Again, it's election season, guys. And if y'all don't know what I mean by that, I'll tell you guys again. It seems like every time there's election season, we have a mass shooting. We have some martyrdom. We have some mass casualty event happen that either distracts us or they use to push some more legislation. Right now, the ATF took quite a few L's in the Supreme Court. And I find it interesting that this mass shooting happens this Friday after the bump stock ban the bump stock ban just got reversed. After the pistol brace and SBR ban just got reversed. You got the I think it's the is it 9th district? I forgot. We were just talking about it on Monday, where they're trying to give felons back some of their gun rights. Certain felons back some of their gun rights. The government has been taking L's when it comes to shall not be infringed. A cop in Texas killed 2 guys that had AKs with just a 9mm. Yeah, it's all tactics. It's all tactics and training. It's all tactics and training. You got to be able to assess the situation and move accordingly. And I really don't understand how a place like Arkansas. Maybe I'm I'm stereotyping Arkansas. I feel like that guy going like that. I feel like it should have been 3 or 4 good old boys putting holes in his ass. And like I told you guys, and Hotep's told you what we say. It's election season. Get low. It's election season. Get low. You heard Uncle Hotep say it. He coined it. You heard HJ say it. You heard me say it. It's election season. Get low. And this is what we mean by election season. And this is what we mean by getting low. I keep forgetting I can do this. There we go. This is what we mean by get low on election season right here. Because you're going to start to see crazy shit like this happen. Shootings in places that otherwise you'd never seen it before. Just random acts of violence. Hell, the way the year been going, I wouldn't be shocked if we caught a missile. We already got Russia and North Korea squadding up. Putin trying to build the Legion of Doom. Somehow I feel like the shit that's going on in Israel and the stuff that's going on in the Ukraine are somehow going to all connect itself. We're going to have that issue. We're going to see more random acts of violence. And like I said, we're not trying to be wild-eyed conspiracy theorists, but we watching the trends. We watch the trends. We see how these things move over the years. And every time there's election season, every time there's gun legislation that gets passed, that's for the good of the 2A. We get mass shootings. Now, this guy has a shotgun. If this is all he had, then this story's going to go by the wayside super fast. This is going to go by the wayside super fast because it's not the gun they want. It's not an AR-15 unless they're ready to start banning semi-automatic shotguns. But I don't think, no, he's pump action. So unless they ready to ban pump action shotguns, this probably ain't gonna be in the news cycle by the end of Sunday. But again, we're gonna start to see more random acts of violence. Montoya says there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. I agree with you. Probably safe town. Everybody knows each other. Dude is from out of town or just moved in. Heavy on the out of town there, Reaction PR. That's my guess. Heavy on the out of town. Because we'd have knew that name. Somebody would have been in one of these. Like, Barry? Is that Barry? You know what I mean? This guy's from out of town and he came to do maximum damage with a shotgun. Is he batshit crazy to do something like this and take people's lives just indiscriminately? You got to be batshit crazy. My question is, who is he? What kind of drugs is he on? And I'm sure we're going to get a manifesto if they run with this. If they run with it. Nonsense, man. It's sad. It's sad. And everybody that talked, you know, the girl with the bond at the 2 twins, They was like, yo, it's peaceful around there. It ain't like that around here. That nonsense down the way. It ain't up here. Nonsense ain't up here. But that's the only video. That's the only video of the guy. It's just interesting that it's called Mad Butcher. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we got another guy right here. Let's see what he said.
I called the sheriff. Some of our kids that was there was on the phone with me telling me what was going on. And they, I mean, right as he's shooting, I'm on the phone with them telling them to stay down. They actually shot that car of some of my church members. And so I called the sheriff. Hadn't nobody called through yet, so he was on his way. I called our mayor and said, Mayor, have you heard anything? He hadn't heard about it, but it was happening as I was talking to him. And man, they got on the radio and did an all call. Before you know it, police cars was all around the place.
And this is a scary moment for the people that were in that area.
Oh, listen, I have people that I talked to that was in there, and man, they're traumatized. We're trying to get some counsels and everything set up at the moment.
And you said that some girls were getting into a cooler?
Yeah, so the lady that works for me, Miss Katrina, they actually made it to the cooler just in time, but some people weren't as lucky as them to make it to the cooler.
Do you know any of the ones that were killed today?
I do.
How do you want, this community to remember them?
Man, it was just good people, just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And they didn't deserve it, but I've learned something in life, man. Bad things happen to good people, and I really hate it.
Is there anything else you want to, let community members know?
Man, listen, continue to pray for the city of Fordyce. This is a very devastating day for us. Never in a million years will we think something like this would happen. There's a lot of families involved that's affected, so just continue to pray for them.
Thank you so much. Is there anything?
So he must be like the local pastor, you know what I mean? But he's right, I'm sure it's a bunch of good people that didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve that at all. They didn't deserve that at all. And this is what happened. Now, it's not sexy, it's not as sexy as an AR-15, right? Who's this? Yo, you gotta love the gun grabbers, man. You gotta love the gun grabbers, y'all. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you guys. Boom. There we go. Think y'all can see that. Let's go a little bigger. Bow. Look at this. Fordyce, Arkansas. 3 dead, 9 injured. The store is Mad Butcher. The gas station is Karma. Interesting. And Sarah Huckabee says being able to buy a 12-pack and a 12 gauge at the same store is a blessing from God. I swear, yo, people, I can't stand people, yo. I can't stand people. It is called Karma. That's interesting. So that just sounds like a setup to me. Where you at, Jonah? Mad Butcher, right? And then next to the Mad Butcher, the gas station is called Karma. They always want to blame the tool. They never want to blame the people. They always want to blame the tool. They never want to blame the people. You already seen that. I'm trying to see if they got like a better picture, a better video. That look a lot cleaner.
There's somebody over in the goddamn Mad Butcher parking lot shooting a goddamn shotgun. They done went in the Mad Butcher shooting motherfuckers.
He trying to shoot the police.
Out here. Carissa's over in the goddamn dollar. Shoot him. Oh my God, baby. There's somebody over the goddamn
All right, that's
Moab
clear.
parking lot shooting a goddamn shotgun. She went in the Mad Butcher shooting motherfuckers.
He trying to shoot the
cops are
police.
out here. Carissa.
I mean, unless he albino, that's like a white man to me. I could be wrong. These pictures, these videos, oh, but the other one was all grainy like that. Well, this one looks good, but still. What's this? Another mass shooting, this time in Fordyce, Arkansas, because this is America. Here they go, shaking their head. See, the thing about it is this, right? You got these people right here that's complaining, right? You know, I literally hate this. My dad was born in Fordyce. I used to work at the hospital there when I was a student. This should not be happening every fucking 5 minutes. Thing about it is, right? I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna say it again. I've said it once, I'll say it again. An armed society is a polite society. A lot of these people that you see going in here shooting indiscriminately at people, right? A lot of these people you see shooting indiscriminately at people, they're cowards. They're going in there because they know 9 times out of 10 people are not going to shoot back, right? What's this? They got the rainbow flag behind there, whatever, avatar. Here we go again with this time, the city of Fordyce, Kansas, and the Mad Butcher, an ironic name, supermarket where 2 people died and 8 were injured. Gun control now. Here we go with this BS. They ain't worried about the victims. They worried about the, we need gun control. No, you know what you need? You need good people with guns to shoot the bad guy. A good guy with a gun trumps a bad guy with a gun every time. Like I said, right? All it took was for one person to just take his attention off of everybody else that he was trying to shoot and put it on that one selfless person. Put on that one selfless person until the police got there. If you could have put him on the defensive, right? Could have saved some lives. And in a place like Arkansas, where allegedly they said Sarah Huckabee Sanders, you can get a 12 pack of beer in a 12 gauge, you would think that somebody would have been ready to do that. It's just something don't seem right about it. And the cuck that said, oh, the gas station's called Karma and it's called the Mad Butcher. Like, yeah, you're right. Symbolism. That's what we call it. We call it symbolism. They always got to have symbolism in their events. They always got to have symbolism in their events. They're going to try to say he, they probably are. Dude has the mayor's number. That's how, yeah, right. He probably, yeah. Mayor probably a part of the congregation. They're fixing to put that man's police department under scrutiny too. Probably. But according to that guy, they got there pretty goddamn quick. Notice how these mass shootings have started happening in towns where these things don't happen. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mentioned that in the beginning. Like, these shootings are happening in places none of this shit would ever happen. And that's what give me that Fed vibe. That's what give me that false flag vibe. That's what gives me that. It's like, yo, there's no way this shit is happening in a place where not only it's a small town where everybody know each other, but everybody's strapped. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. The butcher in mythology is used as a metaphor for destruction leading to new creation. A Rom life in the building. It just makes no sense to me. Am I wrong? Like, one in the chat if you would think that a place like Arkansas, I'm sorry, one in the chat if this is giving you some sketchy vibes. One in the chat if you think something's fishy with this. I don't know what BNO News is. Here's mass shootings this month. June 21st, 10 people shot in Fordyce, Arkansas. June 19th, 15 people shot in Oakland, California. June 15th, 16 people shot in Round Rock, Texas. June 15th, 9 people shot in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Yes, that was true. Police got shot. June 9th, 10 people shot in Madison, Wisconsin. June 2nd, 28 people shot in Akron, Ohio. I don't know if they're conflating, like, you know, shootings for the day. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're conflating shootings for the day. You know, like it was just, you know, over the course of the day, or if this was in one particular location where people got indiscriminately shot. I don't know. But regardless, this is sad, guys. This is sad. This is sad. Anyway, prayers going out to the victims and the families of the victims. I hope they find peace, people. I hope they find peace. Goodness gracious. But I don't know. Maybe this don't get any traction because of the gun he used, unless we find out that another person, you know, had something. So anyway, real quick before I get out of here, let's check this out right here. This is pretty interesting. Judge Judy. As a person who owns property in Manhattan, I would be happier if Alvin Bragg took care of criminals who make it impossible to ride the subway or walk the streets than spending tens of millions of taxpayer money, $10 million of taxpayer money trying Donald Trump on nonsense. Shout out to the 677 people over on Twitter. Appreciate that.
Is that the justice?
Yo, he's so pompous, yo. I can't stand this guy, yo. Wasn't he at Fox at one point? He was at Fox at one point, right? Am I right about that? Now he was CNN. My question is he going to be one of the moderators next week? Is he going to be one of the moderators next week? I got a feeling that his ass is going to be behind that desk next week. And if he behind that desk next week, there's some fuckery afoot. If he's behind that desk next week, it's fuckery afoot. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now.
System working, or is it the justice system being manipulated?
I would be happier, as someone who owns property in Manhattan, if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals who are making it impossible for citizens to walk in the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense. That's my view. But I, as a taxpayer in this country, resent using the system for your own personal self-aggrandizement. Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look
at this.
Manhattan?
I can't stand it. I want to punch his face. Look.
Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look... you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was. He doesn't like him. New York City didn't like him for a while.
Trump. What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? I think he was a good businessman, a real estate guy, and he was certainly terrific on The Apprentice.
Is that?
Judge Judy based Anna Manga fan. She definitely based. He wasn't gonna press Judge Judy. He wasn't gonna press Judge Judy. Did you say? Hold on. Can I play Jay's new song? Yeah, I could play it on the way out. I'll play Jay's new song on the way out as a request. Man, I tell you, it's election season, guys. And like the Hotep said, get low. Get low. Keep your head on the swivel. Profile and keep you alive. If you got one, keep it on you. Stay strapped. Don't, be blessed, stay strapped. Don't miss. Rashu says she's stepping on eggshells there, though. I tell you though, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. Y'all think it's just a catchphrase. I be blessed, I stay strapped. And if the time arises, I ain't missing. If me and my kids or my family life on the line, I'm not missing. I'm putting you down. What up, y'all? Would you say what? Nobody can unless he's albino. That's a white man. Exactly. Right. But you know, I'm just gonna. I don't want to sound like the dickheads that always be race baiting, like, oh, it was a DEI shooter or some bullshit, and then it be the, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna let the news report on who it was, but because he had a shotgun, I got a little confidence that they're gonna follow up with the story. I got a little confidence they're gonna follow up with the story. But Jay getting plenty love today because that's the opening song of Friday Night Flights tonight. Oh, word! It's kind of, it's fire, yo. It's fire. You know what I mean? But you know what? Y'all ain't got to take my word for it, right? Remember the top shooting that happened? I think it was in Colorado? Ooh, I like how YouTube don't redirect you to my channel. You just give you a bunch of other people's shit. That's how you know I'm on somebody's list. That is how you know I'm on somebody's list. Here we go, right here. True word. I'm gonna let y'all hear from somebody else. What you sending that on Twitter? Oh, that's the guy? That's interesting. That's interesting. Hold on before we do this. Nobody wants to see a Raising Cane's commercial. I don't know, y'all, because it's saying this guy was accused of 3 killings in Oklahoma, last seen in Arkansas. Now, he could be the shooter. Maybe he went from Oklahoma to Arkansas and did this. There's a possibility. So that could be the guy. I don't know. We'll find out, though. We'll find out. I'll show y'all the photos, though.
Breaking news just now, a murder.
We'll look at this real quick. Let's see. Now this, I'm not saying this is the guy that did this heinous shit today. It's just interesting that they were looking for a shooter that ended up in Arkansas.
A suspect on the run for several days in Arkansas is now in custody.
Oh, no, well, that's not it. When was this updated? No, this was June 20th, so that's not him. Let me see. See what they give us. Yeah, that's not him. Stacy Drake. No, they said he already in car. He said he already been captured. So he was captured. Damn, he was captured yesterday. Unless this shooting happened yesterday, he was captured yesterday. So, which is still interesting. Yeah, so that's not him. That would have been interesting if that got tied in there, but that's not him. So anyway, you said definitely pasty, like look like Jack Nicholson or Robert De Niro cousin. Anyway, let's get to this. So, like I said, don't take my word for it, right? This guy was in the shit, okay? This guy was in the shit.
True words.
Hold on, damn it. And listen to what he said. Listen to what this guy said.
True words have never been spoken.
Because after the security guard got shot, he got a gun shooting people still. If more people were armed and knew what they were doing with the gun, because it's not the gun, it's the person with the gun that don't know how to act.
It's not the gun, it's the person.
By the way, that rig on my chest held a 43X with 15 rounds, okay? I had a Shield Arms magazine. 43X still had the Shield Arms magazine. With a 15-round magazine with a 10-round spare. That's what was in here. Glock 43, 15-round magazine, 10-round spare magazine. That's what I carry with me every day. Every day. And I kept it on my chest because I drove a lot of the time. And I ain't got time to try to mess around trying to get past my seatbelt to get my gun. I'm like, boom, and I'm on your ass, all right?
Behind the gun that don't know how to act. Man, this dude spitting. For those of you who don't know, a shooter ran up in a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, shot and killed 10 people. First, let me say, my thoughts and my prayers go out to the victims and the families of those victims. I hope you find peace. With that being said, there's not a whole lot that I got to add to this guy's statement. He's 100% right. What would have happened if more than just the security guard was armed? Would the outcome been a whole lot different? See, the shooter said that he wanted to pick a predominantly black neighborhood in a place where he could shoot a lot of black people. So he picked that grocery store. He cased it out. He even talked to the security guard the day before he pulled it off. See, he knew that all he had to do was defeat the guard and everybody else was easy pickings. He also said he wanted to pick a place where he knew that he wouldn't have any opposition, meaning wasn't nobody going to shoot back. And since we all know gun control is rooted in racism, it was safe to say that this black neighborhood, especially in New York, wasn't going to have any shooters firing back at him. And like this guy said, what if there were a few shoppers in there strapped and knew what they was doing? Would this outcome would have been a lot different? I say all this to say this. Don't let the federal or the local government take your 2A away from you. Don't let them take your right to preservation away. Don't let them take your right to defend yourself away. There's a very pivotal court case going on in New York right now. New York Pistol and Rifle Association versus Bruner. They're arguing whether to make New York a shall issue state, meaning.
And guess who won? Bruner won, which not only made New York a shall issue state, it made the rest of the states shall issue states. Hell yeah, I got out the hood. I got kids to raise.
That you wouldn't need any good substantial reason for owning a handgun or being able to carry your handgun in public. Call your local representatives. Get in their ear. Because if New York becomes a shall issue state, then other states like Maryland, other states like Chicago, California, they gotta change their laws. Don't sacrifice freedom for security, people. Ken and Hotep. I holla at you.
Because it's not the gun, it's the person with the gun that don't know how to act.
It's not the gun, it's the person with the gun that don't know how to act. Oh yeah, you talking about Dexter Taylor. Yeah, we did a stream. We did a couple streams on Dexter Taylor. That is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? That's a sad thing. That's something that needs some more attention. That needs some more attention. Dexter Taylor needs some more attention. You know what I mean? The ATF has a rule that says you can build your own gun. You can build your own gun as long as you don't have the intent to sell them. That's the rule. But see, New York, they want to act like they don't belong to the United States. They want to act like they their own country. We see how they doing with like the illegals and shit like that. They won't act like they're their own country. They operate outside the United States. So they put Dexter Taylor in prison for doing some shit that he constitutionally can do. Not only is he constitutionally able to do it, the ATF has a law that says you can build your own gun as long as you don't have the intent on selling it. They don't want you safe, guys. They want stories like we just covered to scare the shit out of you and make you give up your rights. You see all these gun control now fanatics. People like Dad Defiant, his goofy ass. Thoughts and prayers are BS. These people need gun control. No, you don't need gun control. You know why you don't need gun control? Because gun control doesn't work. Gun control don't work. You know why? Because only law-abiding citizens like myself will be the ones to be compliant with it. Criminals ain't gonna be compliant with it. The gangs ain't gonna be compliant with it. You know why? Because the ops ain't gonna be compliant with it. And they'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. They'll tell you that. They ain't about to be caught slipping. They don't give a shit about your gun law. They ain't going to the gun store and putting in a 4473. You're not going to put in no NICS form for no gun. They getting that shit off the street. They don't need you tracing that gun back to them when they do whatever dirt they gonna do. Same thing with the criminals. They ain't trying to be traced back. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm like I said. What is it? It's my Visa card. It's everywhere I want to be. American Express. Never leave home without it. Phone, wallet, keys, glizzy. Phone, wallet, keys, Hellcat. Phone, wallet, keys, Canic. Road trip, phone, wallet, keys, Hellcat, 300 blackout armor. Hell, nowadays, because of the way shit going, this phone, wallet, keys, Hellcat, 300 blackout armor. That's how I carry. That's how I roll. And had I been in Arkansas, and I'm not one of those, oh, if I would have, no. I'm just saying. Let's just say I was in that specific situation, and it's a guy shooting. I'm at the gas station. It's a guy shooting at the grocery store, and I can see him. That 300 blackout can see his ass too. You know what my 300 blackout look like? It looked just like this. It's just shooting 300 blackout. My 300 blackout look just like this. Just like this. And you know what this is? That's called a 3x magnifier. So I can see your ass up close and personal. I'd have put one on his head from wherever the fuck I was at, no problem. I wouldn't have had to get close on him. They'd have just seen his ass drop. Period, full stop. My 300 blackout that I keep on me looks exactly like this. And I keep body armor with it. There go Martians. Yeah, it's easy, you know, on the street. Yeah, it definitely is, period. Try getting one in the gun store. That's the funny part. It's easier for the criminals to get a gun than it is for a law-abiding citizen to get a gun in the gun store in the DMV. That's the crazy part. I wouldn't even go SBR, yo. Just go pistol. Just go pistol. Where you located at, yo? Just go pistol like I do. I ain't got no SBR. All of them bitches is pistols. I got a pistol brace on them. The gun store down the street has 9mm 15 round capacity for $239. So I don't know who said it. It's hard in the DMV, but they lied. Shit is hard as fuck in the DMV, Martian. But you in Crystal City, you in Virginia. Y'all got different rules. Like if I lived in Virginia, yeah, I can go grab that shit. In Maryland and in Baltimore and in DC, That shit is fucking hard. I gotta do the forms. I gotta wait 8 days or whatever the fuck it is to make sure that they say that I'm good to even buy it. In Maryland, up until, and I don't know if they changed it yet, you had to have a permit just to purchase a handgun. DC, you gotta have a permit just to purchase a handgun. Then you gotta register every handgun and rifle and shotgun you have in DC with DC. Virginia is a different story. Virginia is a whole different story. I'm in Baltimore, so I know. I had to go to DC just to register my handgun that I bought here in Maryland so I can carry that particular handgun in DC. And I can't carry nothing else but that handgun in DC. My 43X is the only gun I can carry in DC unless I go back to DC Metro and I register my Hellcat. I can't have more than 10 rounds in DC. If I got a magazine in the gun that, I should say I got 10 rounds in my magazine and that magazine can hold 15 rounds, my ass going to jail. Your magazine can't have the ability to hold 10 rounds. And you can't have no magazine that got a little what's the name in it that block it. You can't have no magazine with no block in it. That shit don't fly. They will lock your black ass up. Crystal City, that's in Virginia. That's a whole different story. Virginia is way more free than DC and Maryland. Right? And that's a damn good price on a Smitty. $293 is a gosh dang good price for a Smitty. I'll tell you that much. Try to buy that St. Smith & Wesson here in Baltimore. That shit gonna be $400, and they can't give you the magazines if it's over 15 rounds. They got it. You better hope it got 10 rounds, or else they can't give it to you, or they can block it. DC, they ain't giving you the magazines. That's the crazy part. It's fucking hard to get a gun in Maryland. Now the criminals, they get them shits all the time. They ain't doing no background checks, and they ain't checking to make sure they got 10 round magazine. They gonna do what they do. Yo, just get your DC permit, yo. They gotta give it to you. So if you got your permit in Virginia, just do your DC class, yo. Just do your DC class and get that permit, yo. Get that permit, yo. Cause if DC catch you slipping, yo, it's a wrap. I know you're a good kid, yo. I don't want to see you go down, yo. Cause what I used to have to do is if I had to go to DC to work, I would have to turn around, go to my office, drop my gun off, and then go to DC. But then once I got my DC permit, I was straight. I was good. I was Gucci. And I only use my DC permit for passing through. That's it. I don't go to no, cause like the rules is weird. Like it's what Maryland tried to do, but it got shot down. DC is one of them can't carry anywhere places. Like you can have the gun, but you can't go to Applebee's and you can't go to Walmart. You can't go to this place because they sell alcohol, but you can't go here. You can't go to the National Mall with it. Don't be at a protest with it. They wild. They'll give it to you, but you can't go nowhere with that shit. And if you get caught, it's a wrap. So I just got my DC shit just to pass the fuck through. That's it. Like I said, and I got to do my father paperwork for him too now that I'm thinking about it, because he got to get his shit done. But yeah, my 43X is the only gun I can carry. I got to pop that 15 round magazine out. So when I was actually working full time for my family, the only time I carried my 15 round magazine was when I knew that everything was in Maryland. Everything was in Maryland that day. But if it was if I knew I had to go to DC if the night before I knew I was going to DC, which my father was good at that, like, yo, you got to go to DC tomorrow. Just make sure you're good. I'll pop the 15 round magazine out and put 2 10s in there. I'll keep a 10 on me and I'll put a 10 in the magazine. I put a 10 in the gun, and I was straight. Cause you can only have 2 magazines with no more than 20 rounds. You can't even have 20 plus 1. They will get your ass. It's crazy. DC is nuts with it. They's like, oh, y'all gonna make us shout issue? All right, cool. We're gonna make it hard for you. It's wild. And DC gun permit. To get a permit in DC, you got to do a 16-hour course because they adopted Maryland's curriculum. So if you do Maryland's curriculum, you might as well get DC out the way, and then you can put in your paperwork for DC. But DC has to give it to you because they shall issue. Maryland has to give it to you because Maryland shall issue. The only one still fighting that shit is New York and New Jersey and Chicago. Shit, wow. But yeah, I know them perk heads be wilding in DC, yo. I know they be wilding in DC. They be wild. Yo, they be off that perk and they be off that boat. That shit with the embalming fluid in it. They be wild, yo. The wrong train stop will get you a felony in DC. Matter of fact, I don't even know if you can carry a gun on the train in DC. It's so many rules to DC shit, yo. It's so many fucking rules. Now, Martian probably taking the MARC train. He might be cool on the MARC train, but DC Metro a different story. You got yourself a carbine? Hey, go for it. What you got? 9mm carbine? What you got? Stop before you board the red line, especially. I'm telling you, DC wild. Like, I thought Maryland's gun laws was crazy. DC is crazy. When DC models their stuff after Maryland, and then they be trying to shortchange us, yo. They be trying to get us caught up. Meanwhile, these kids run around with switches and all this other stuff. That's the crazy part. This should be tripping me out. You got a 9mm? That's what's up. Yeah. So I got that's right here. That's my little 9mm right there. That's my little 9mm. Take Glock mags. Take Glock mags. I ain't playing around here, yo. I'm dead ass. Shit crazy. You got shit popping off of Russia. You got people acting a whole fool. Mass shootings happening all over the place. And the extra reason why I'm carrying that shit, because I ain't never seen a mass shooting happen here. I ain't never seen a mass shooting happen here in Baltimore. And I said this before on my stream, before this shit even happened. I was like, yo, there's always some place where you would never think in a million years somebody would do some shit like that. Now, niggas shooting niggas all the time here in Baltimore. Right? I think we number 2 dangerous city per capita behind like St. Louis or something like that. That's why I keep the Glock on me. That's why I keep something on me all the time. But I also live in the county. Right? I also live in the suburbs. So, like me and Rob were just saying, like, we work hard to move our kids, out the hood into a nice area. I never know. I might be in a Walmart out here or out Eldersburg, someplace where something like this would never happen. Right, depending on how we define the mass shootings. Exactly. Right. That's exactly. Gang related and shit like that. They don't count it as mass shootings, but that's because it's not sexy enough. It's black on black crime. They ain't worried about that. They need the AR-15. They need the sexy news stories. They don't need the shit that happen around Chicago and Baltimore all the time. That's how they go. But when it comes to indiscriminately just shooting people, you feel me? Like somebody just walking into a grocery store or into a restaurant and just deciding to just take out as many people as possible. That shit ain't really rocking around here. You know what I mean? You say what? You been in the county since '94? I hear that. My people got me up out of East Baltimore. Oh, all right, where you at? Where you from around East Baltimore, yo? My grandfather used to live down the hill. My grandfather was over there off of Biddle Street back in it, Orleans and Biddle. That's where he lived at. He was on Kenwood. He was over on Kenwood Ave. But yeah, but you never know. I might be in Eldersburg or something like that where none of this shit go down, and somebody might just walk in there and just decide to want to take as many people out as possible. I need to be prepared for that. I need to be prepared to get my family out of there by any means necessary. Am I going to play superhero? No, I'm getting my family the fuck up out of there. That's my number one priority is my family. If I could take the shot, I'm going to take the shot. Oh, okay, you over off of Bel Air Road. Oh, okay, all right. All right, I know what you're talking about. But you know what I mean? It's wild. And we got to be prepared for shit. Be prepared for shit like that. I might be at the gas station. Somebody want to get. I might be on 695. I might be on the Beltway. And somebody might want to just block traffic up and just start shooting. I don't know. But guess what? They ain't getting my ass. I train for shit like that. I train for shit like that. Yeah, back in the day, I know it was a ton of setup queens for real. You gotta be careful, yo. They used to really prey on dudes in them chat numbers. Back in the day, we had like what was it called? MySpace. Yeah, MySpace and Black Planet. But they had them little numbers you would call, and you would chat up a girl, and then you try to meet up with them or whatever. Them setup girls really was doing that. They was setting dudes up all the time. Doing that. They probably still do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Baltimore. They was such. They said. I used to know a couple people that my homeboy, his sister used to do that shit. I'm like, yo, don't stop that shit, yo. Why's y'all here setting dudes up like that? They gonna catch you. Baltimore ain't big. My cousin got robbed in Maryland. Gunpoint. Complicated laws made them leave theirs at home. Yeah, because even though I carry my shit, I got a duty to retreat. Ain't no stand your ground here in Maryland. How was that food, Jay? Y'all ain't go to Chuck and Them's? One girl in PG County set up her baby daddy. It went viral. Yo, they be doing that, y'all. They be doing it. It's wild, yo. And it's the culture now. I ain't gonna say it's the culture. It's social media. It's the social media that make them emboldened to do shit like that. You gotta be careful messing with these women. Yeah, yo, it's wild. It's wild, yo. I'm happy I'm not in a dating pool here. I was trying to get the hell out of Baltimore. I was trying to get the hell out of Maryland. Like when my daughter was coming, I was like, no, let's go to PA. Let's go up 83. It's 45 minutes, 50 minutes from Baltimore. You can come see your family when you want to on the weekends, but let's get out of here. But that ain't go down, When you got a significant other, y'all got to make compromises. So we're in a decent area. We're in a decent area for now. But I'm from Lexington Terrace originally. Rashu. I'm from Lexington Terrace originally. 1000 block of Vine Street over there off of Martin Luther King. For those of you who don't know what that is, like go watch the first season of The Wire. It was around that area. What's up, Blunt Step? Yo, you late, yo. We already finished. I was ready to go to Exton, Pennsylvania. You ain't lying, boy. I was ready to get the heck out of here. I was not even Exton. I was ready to go to York. I was headed to York, Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh. My football coach had moved out to York, Pennsylvania. And we helped him move out there. And when I was like, yo, it's nice out here. And he was like, yeah, I ain't pay nothing for this house. He had this huge house. He ain't pay nothing for it like that. Brand new build. So then when I was house hunting, went out to PA. They had like 4-bedroom houses, right? 4 bedrooms, 2,000 square feet, 2-car garage, and a nice ass backyard. Brand new builds. They wanted $175 for them. $175. I was all in. All in. All in. Yeah, it's a horrible area, bro. Still is. University of Maryland trying to dress it up a little bit, but they shining up a turd. You gotta do something about the people. That's right. Shall not be infringed. You was gonna go to Texas, but then got hired by NASA. Damn, you're getting that money. That's what's up. That's what's up. There's another dude that be here in the chat. Insight of the Ages. He a fucking rocket scientist. He used to work for Tesla. And I think he worked for NASA too. Yo, 175. Yo, this was like 2008. 2008, 2009. I don't think my daughter was here yet. And we was like, we should do some house shopping. No, my daughter was here. So it was like 2010. 2010. Because we wasn't married just yet, but we was looking for a house. And I was sitting there and we went out there right in the same neighborhood with my coach. House not as big as his, but a nice ass house. Nice size house. 2,000 square feet ain't bad. 4 bedrooms, 2-car garage, nice ass backyard. They wanted 175. Brand new. The houses wasn't even finished yet. It was a new development. 175. She wasn't trying to make that trip back and forth to Baltimore. So I'm like, yo, we working in Baltimore getting Maryland wages, and we come back to PA, we living like kings. But she didn't want to do that. Excuse me. What do you think about Jesus? What do you think about holsters that hold extra mags? Doing too much for everything? No, if you can pull that shit off, do that shit. And the reason why I say it is this. My fat ass, I got my holster that go here on my side, right? Because I can't appendix carry because I'm fat. You know, got a little stomach or whatever, right? So I got that, and I usually got to put my extra magazine in my pocket. Like if I got jeans, you know that little pocket above the pocket on the jeans, I'll put the mag in there. Or when I wear sweats and stuff, I use a belly band holster, but I wrap it around my waist, and then it's got an extra little space for the magazine. So technically, that's a holster with a magazine caddy. But if I don't do that, and if I was working, I kept the shit on my chest. So I had the gun on my chest, and it had an extra mag holder just above the gun. So nah, I don't think that's doing too much. You want to keep that extra magazine with you, you know what I mean? And if you can do that all in one spot, all in one thing, you straight, yeah. Especially if you're a slim dude and you can get an appendix carry, go for it. Appendix carry, go for it. People need to change their voting habits all the time, yo. See, the thing is, like, when you go talk to the people, like I be talking to the dudes in the streets, yo. I'll be like, I might be at the barber shop, or I might be at getting my car fixed or whatever. I'll just be hollering at people, be talking. Real talk, they be for Trump. They be for like, and it's because they understand, like I say all the time on this channel, they understand economics, right? They understand economics. So they like, I don't care about the politics. I just know that when yo was in office, I was getting more money. They say it all the time. So they be like, yo, bring Trump back. Y'all was getting money under y'all. You know what I mean? But they stayed voting the way they granddaddy and they mommy and daddy voting. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was cheap. PA is cheap, and like it was trying to, like, her friends were trying to talk out of it. It was like, well, you know, they got school tax. I'm like, we got fucking kids. I hope they got school tax. I'm fine with that. We got a kid. Why not? The school tax wasn't that crazy. You work in VA and live in PA? Damn. Oh, you saying work in VA, live in PA? Hell no. That's a hell of a ride. It's already a 50-minute ride from Pennsylvania to Baltimore, or to Maryland, or to Baltimore where I work. I work in Baltimore City. So yeah, from Virginia to PA, nope. I ain't making that trip every day. I might as well just find a house in like further in Virginia. I would just find a house further in Virginia, because the further you go into Virginia, the cheaper the shit is. Like where Martian live in Crystal City, right? That's where all the feds live. Like anybody that work for the federal government, for the most part, they live in Crystal City and they work in Crystal City. That's just expensive. And then like Silver Spring and shit like that, and Montgomery County, it's just expensive. But if you go a little further, like into Virginia, it starts to get a little cheaper. So I would do that instead. Ravi said, sound like working in Texas, living in Oklahoma. Bruh. I still want to buy a little house in Oklahoma. I wanted to jump on that tax sale Jay was talking about, but it ain't the right time to do for me right now. Shit is expensive right now. All right, Pro. I know you about to start your shit in about an hour or so. So yeah, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen in. You carry appendix? Yeah. See, I'm a heavy. I'm not fat. I just be saying it, but I got a stomach, so I got a little bit of a stomach, so I can't appendix carry. So, but you know, I carry at the 3 o'clock. I carry at the 3 o'clock. Hey, Pro, I need you gotta so we can do a raid one day, yo. I gotta figure that out, because you know HJ be pushing everybody to my channel after the after party. I mean, after Hotep's been told you. I gotta be able to do that with you too, and a couple of other people like Haram and them like that. So I can just push people into their stream. So I'm gonna get with you. We're gonna do that. I got 751 people over on X. Wish I get that love on YouTube. Yeah, 2.5 hours. I can't do it, yo. I can't do it. That's a hell of a ride every day. Yeah, Woodbridge it's a nice area, and it's a little further into Virginia where it don't cost that much. It took you an hour to get home from Bethesda. Yo, fuck 495, bro. I can't. If you're not on 495 before 2 o'clock or by 2 o'clock, you might as well hang it up. You're gonna be on there for a while, yo. You know what I mean? 53. Damn, y'all balling. I hear that. I just can't make that trip. I can't do it. 389. That's a steal. Your house probably worth what, 800 grand right now? It's worth like 800 grand right now. Hill said he live on a mountain. I hear that. Folks lived in Burke, VA, considered the Springfield area. Huh. Yeah. I'll be hearing that sometimes on Chad Duke's thing. I think he about to go live too. Oh, man. F living with the feds in VA. Yo, Crystal City is expensive, bro. Oh my gosh, it's expensive. And you got 2.5, so you see, I got 4. And you got 2.5. Damn. 750, that's what it's worth now. See? I bet y'all did flip it. Y'all got all that equity in the house. Y'all getting it. I hear that. Goodness gracious. I've been in my house for 14 years. So I just called somebody, which they so backed up right now. I just called somebody to come and clean out my air ducts. I gotta get my whole duct work. I need to get all that shit cleaned out and scrubbed and all that other stuff. So I just called somebody to come knock that shit out. I need to get new windows now. So I'm looking for a window deal right now. You know what I mean? Yo, where you been? What's up? Loudoun County out there in VA is cheap. Yeah. Mostly just lower level alphabet soup people in Springfield. Yeah, the big boys live in Crystal City. Oh, and you retired? Oh, y'all living good. Oh, you refinance. I said retired. Jeez. You refinance. Smart. I should have did the same thing and I didn't. Cause I think we were thinking about moving. I was like, why would we refinance this house if we gonna move? It don't make sense. And now the market is crazy. And I'm like, we ain't going nowhere. I can't even afford a house out here in Colorado. Damn. You missed that window? You gotta go to Oklahoma with Jay. Get one of them tax sales, fix that joint up for like 30 grand and be out there in like a mansion. I'm dead ass. I may do it next year if I'm gonna make sure I got the money next year. I'm about to get on my grind. But I was like, yo, Jay was showing me these taxes. I'm like, all right, those two houses next to each other, they're both on the tax sale. I will buy both of them houses and put a fucking corridor between the two houses and just have an east and a west wing. The one side will be the kids' house and then the next side will be ours. And then it's just we living good. I'd be the biggest Walmart greeter you ever seen. You live in Pentagon City, mostly generals here, especially in my building. You wouldn't believe how many generals are Hotep. I hear that, but they can't talk that shit. I already know. I feel you. But yeah, I remember what you said that your mother did too, Martian. How do you feel about the rewards thing on Midway? I have about 600 in my basket ready to go. I ain't know Midway had rewards. I'm about to go check that out. Thanks for telling me. I ain't been on Midway's. When the last time I went on Midway? The last time I went on Midway, I bought the handguard for my 308. The last time I went on Midway, I bought this handguard for my 308. That's the last time I went on Midway. This optic is mean, right? Everybody be talking about get you a Trijicon, get you this. This Hawk optic is a monster. I like that. But that was the last time I went on Midway. No, I'm lying. I went on there for a lower parts kit for a couple of guns that I needed to. Word. They be watching them on Gutfeld. That's why most of them people be catching them on Gutfeld. That's why. Grifting ass Nick. That's my man's though. Oh man. Anyway, guys, it's 7 o'clock. Me and the wife going out to eat with some friends. Anyway, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream, guys. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I can use that constructive criticism, guys. You want to donate to the channel? $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats, rumble rants, always welcome. What you say? Oh, they put it out this week. I'm going to check it out tonight. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of its own. Worry about today. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll let you. As soon as I found my outro. Here we go.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.